Hello and welcome back. Susan Zumo here, intuitive and originator of soul patterning harmonics. Well, December is finally here. Did you think we were ever going to get here when we started out in January? I think some of us really doubted that. But here we are. December is going to be a wonderful month for us. I was very excited when I tuned in to take a look ahead at December. December is a month where we are going to formulate and formalize our plans for the next year. Think about it. December is a time of when the tide goes out and the new tide comes in, especially when we're talking energetically. We will look back and we will close out the year. December of 2024 marks the closing of an 8-year. And boy, we've seen a lot of things come to fruition this year, haven't we? A lot of things happening, a lot of payoffs, a lot of change, a lot of reaping of rewards of all the inner work that has been done and the outer work that's been done over the course of the year. In December, we will start to turn away from 2024. We will start to shift our attention from what has been to where we are going. What they showed me for December was us collectively breathing in the frequencies of 25. A new year, a time to end cycles, a time to end old patterns. 25 is going to be a 9-year. We know this. And we also know that a 9-year is a year of completion. But 9s are also about spirit and about angelic forces supporting us. And so in December, we can begin at this time to bring in the energies of the next year. We can bring in the frequencies of closing out old patterns, closing out old methods of doing things. Lots of the people that I talk to in my spiritual work are having a challenge in their lives with how they can do things differently. Not do different things, although some of them will be doing different things, but how some of us can approach our lives differently, even if we are doing the same things. And so that's what this is going to be for us during the month of December. An examination as we breathe in the energies of the coming year and bring that new frequency into us and embody it before we even reach that on the calendar. As we do that, we are going to be challenged internally to look at doing things differently, to accept that things are being done differently in the world around us. We are not in the same world that we were in January. Thankfully, we are not the same people that we were in January. Thankfully. And if we are, then I would say that there's going to be a bit of a struggle for you come next year, because you're going to have to catch up to yourself to start closing those patterns. Resistance is futile and it's painful, and I would recommend not doing it. Embrace positive change within self. Don't hold on to old, worn-out structures that are no longer serving you or anyone else. Look within and look at how you want to live your life differently, how you want to breathe in the energies of change, of frequency shifts, of closing out old patterns. There has to be flow in life. If the waters in the ocean continually came in and never receded, the land would be flooded. There has to be an inflow and an outflow. And in order for you to bring in new, you must release the old. December is going to be all about that. In December, we will be letting go of old things, the old year, the old way of doing things, the old us, as we breathe in the new and accept and embrace and create change in our lives. Now, for many of you, you've been doing that all year long with me, and you're in a great position to move forward in the next year. Because remember, a 9-year is not just about closing things down. It is also about angelic forces supporting you. And so as we move closer to that 9-year in 25, call in your angelic support. Call in your unseen help. Make a connection on the inner levels. Connect to God. Connect to Creator Source. Connect to your soul. Have conversations with your higher and gain guidance for your path. Gain an appreciation for the year behind you while looking forward to the year ahead. December, remember we said, is not a time to sit back on your laurels. December is a time to hold your frequency. If you want to move into the new year, starting at a high point, then you've got to create that high point within yourself. You've got to maintain that frequency. And I'm going to say it, in this time of the year, do not get sucked in to the commercialism of the holiday, into the I have to and I must and I need to. You don't have to do any of those things. I always say that I love this time of year because I love the spirit of Christmas. I love the spirit of the holidays. Whatever holiday you celebrate, regardless of your spiritual beliefs or religious backgrounds, they are founded in a spirit of love and appreciation and extending oneself to others. And I want to tell you that sending someone a note from your heart that is handwritten many times means much, much more than that thing that you bought and gave them. Because years later, they will pull that letter out and they will read it and smile and feel your love. So I want you to think about in this season sharing the spirit of the holidays, sharing your spirit with those you love and appreciate. And skip the I have to's and I need to's and I'm expected to's. Because I'm betting that those are going to lower your frequency. And this is not the time of year to do that. This is not the time to feel trapped, to feel stuck, to feel alone, to feel discouraged. There are organizations that you can connect with online where you can share your spirit with those in other countries, those who are in the service right now and are not home, those who don't have family. There are ways that we can share the spirit of the holidays with others without having to overextend ourselves, either physically or emotionally. We absolutely need to close this year out in the highest frequency that we can possibly create and maintain, because that sets the bottom rung of the ladder for next year. And we want to start on a higher ladder next year. We want to move upward and forward. We have set a good pace. We've got momentum behind us, and we know that what we've been envisioning has already been created. So let's maintain our path and our frequency so that we will vibrationally match with the frequency of what we envision. We're not going to be able to embrace it and experience it if we're out of sync with it. And we've talked about this before. So as you begin to move into the holidays, rather than stress and worry, how about opening your heart and sharing your heart and loving yourself enough to say, yes, I will do this. No, I'm not going to do that. We have to be authentic within ourselves, and we have to love ourselves as much as we love the outer world and others. Do not be pulled off path by what you see in the news. How many times have I told you to stop looking at the news? It's just designed to lower your frequency. That's all it's there for. So stop, right? Be honest with yourself and with others. Do what you can and what you want, and be okay with that. That's the most important thing. It is the spirit that we love. And sharing spirit is what creates the great shift. And so I hope as we start December and you start to release the past of this year, acknowledge your learnings, acknowledge your struggles, acknowledge your accomplishments and your blessings, and then turn away from the past. Turning away from the past and moving forward does not negate the past. It doesn't ignore the past. It doesn't make the past all right. It doesn't do any of those things. It means that you have made a conscious choice to shift your focus in a new direction. And if something from the past is continually coming up for you to experience or observe, then that is your inner self signaling to you that something needs to be looked at and addressed. Something within needs to change. Whether it's a healing, whether it's a release, whatever it is, it may just be an acknowledgement. Sometimes you don't have to dive deep into that old pool to clean something out and let it go. You can just say, I'm choosing to let it go. I'm choosing to move forward from that. I'm choosing to be at peace with who I am and what I've experienced. I'm choosing to forgive myself and others. I'm choosing to look forward, knowing that I don't have to re-experience the past. And if you need help with that, there are so many people out there who are more than capable of guiding you through a process that will help you do that. And I would suggest reaching out to them if you need that. Look for people who are going to help you heal yourself rather than do it for you. And you will be in good company. So as we move into December, we have so much to look forward to. Breathe in the new frequencies. Inhale the frequencies of the new year. Bring in the winds of change to clear out the cobwebs within you. And open those doors within self, open those windows within self, and let fresh air come in and prepare you to move forward into a new year. We'll have more to talk about as we move into the future weeks of December, but I thought this was a good start, and I thought this was a good reminder from them of what we've got ahead of us. So as we begin December, dust off those old things, give them away, share them with others, and prepare to bring in new things, whether they are physical or non-physical. This is a time of change and forward movement, and I am excited for every single one of us. So until next week, I wish you very, very many blessings and happy December.